The crew worldwide, from Cali to Twitter, real hardcore fans, boxing ass niggas, consistency cops, police the views, we'll pull up receipts for any debate you choose. Shout outs to Clanarchy for the dope production. Ring Gang stay with the best discussions. Ring Gang Radio.
Yeah. What's good, Joe? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where, as always, it's shit's real we talk about. I'm your host for tonight, Patscorpio, the New England representative. As always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what it do? LB, Lauderdale Boss, aka Shutterworth da Gawd artist, Soul Wars creator, Ring Gang Radio.com. What it do?
What it do indeed. Yes, sir. Ring Gang in the house. And also, I got my other man with me. I'm going to let him introduce himself. That's your cue. That was very brief. You know, P might be on one today.
Bodega boys in the building. P, Bodega P, we ready. Let's go.
Hey, all right. You know what I'm saying? You know, abbreviating shit, you know what I'm saying? Deviating from our norms, this motherfucker, man. So yeah, I mean, like I said, we got, we have another card of interest coming straight from the PBC camp. You know what I mean?
Are we really interested in this card?
Well, it depends, you know, because we're going to see, I mean, personally, I am not interested in this card, but I'm just interested in what could possibly happen, because there's a lot of questions, you know. And so, of course, like the fight card I'm referring to is the main event of one Erislandy Lara, and he will be facing an Alvarez, but not Saul Canelo Alvarez, but his brother, Ramon Alvarez. Ooh, indeed. Now, originally, when I heard about this fight, it wasn't like, it was before it was confirmed, but it was rumors. I was just like, I thought it was some old bullshit, because, you know, sometimes you'd be reading some of these rumors and they just sound like they would just sound like someone who was just bored that day and just wanted to post a whole bunch of bullshit just to fuck.
Who would actually make this fight? You're like, yeah, man, fuck it. Next.
Yeah, you know.
A week later, you're like, oh shit, these niggas really made this fight. Like, they made this fight happen. Out of all the fights that could happen, they made this one happen.
Yeah, and it's like 154 is not a division that lacks opponents, especially on the PBC side. PBC has more than enough 154 opponents. So imagine my shock and, you know, and surprise that they pulled someone who's not part of the PBC camp to face him on a main event, in a main event role. And not only just the main event role, but apparently they're going to resurrect, and this is the WBA in its infinite wisdom, resurrect another fucking regular title. Like we have a WBA 154 champion, and his name is J-Rock. You know what I'm saying? Julian J-Rock Williams. That nigga is the WBA 154 champion. So tell me how the fuck the WBA is like, oh yeah, you know, let's we're gonna make this fight and make it for 154. But first of all, how the fuck does Ramon Alvarez get into a position to even fight for a fucking regular title? You know what I mean? Like, how the fuck does that happen? How?
Man, let's just remove the whole title talk from the picture, because it's not a real fight for no title. We all know it's a crossroads, stay busy fight. Call it for what it is. All this bullshit, WBA, extra titles, GameStop belt, all this other bullshit. Nah, we good. You know, it's just a regular fight. You know, ain't no title, anything. Like, all they doing right now is basically saying, okay, Lara's it's still a marquee name in the division. We just want to get some sanctioning fees or something out of this dude, you know, while he's still, you know, serviceable at the top, because, you know, he's been fighting all these tough fights and getting hands put on him. So, hey, let's just make it WB, GameStop, career mode belt. Who cares? Who give a fuck? And that's basically what it is, because you got to do something to sell the fight. Neither one of these niggas is going to be talking mad shit. No, that's not going to happen.
Well, they have tried to. I mean, they are trying the whole Alvarez angle, revenge angle. You know what I'm saying? They're actually trying it. Now for the
but that's not fun. If you lose to the younger brother, then we're gonna look at it like older brother should beat you too.
I think Ramon is the older brother. I think.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Lara already lost to the younger brother, so it's like.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely seen it marketed as such. And it's just like, because I mean, obviously, Canelo is a name in boxing, so literally, it's just like one of those marketing by proxy type of deals. Alvarez, and obviously there's a chance that maybe Canelo will probably be in the damn house, that particular, just to watch his brother in this card. But
remember, they did the Trout fight like that too. They marketed it as, will Trout beat Canelo's older brother?
Yeah, another
gotta run that angle. So we get it. You gotta sell this trash ass fight, and this is on Fox, right?
Yeah, actually, I think this is on Fox.
Oh, so it's gonna be a hopefully it's another one of those end up being good for no reason type of bouts.
But I mean, the only way I could see this is now for the people out there who are not familiar with Ramon Alvarez. This is a man that got hands upon him by faded versions of Brandon Rios and Antonio Margarito. Margarito, faded, suspect eye and all, knocked him down and pretty much beat him up. A faded version.
Yeah, that's true. That was a good little scrap too.
Yeah, and that's a level right there. Like if you can't beat,
but didn't Salko put hands on him too?
Yeah. Yep, and then Rios.
I thought he lost that fight actually. Shit.
And then Rios, of course, had. I mean, and you keep in mind, Ramon. Last time anyone saw him was on the DAZN card, on that horrible Kansas City card that was headlined by Big Baby. He was on it. I mean, it was a hell of a fight, but for the fact that Brandon Rios was able to outlast this dude, a faded version, and knock him out, it's just like there's a level that Ramon Alvarez is at, and it's not a very high level. I mean, the man's record is 28-7-3 with 16 knockouts.
So basically, if this fight is good for all the wrong reasons, then that's a huge fucking problem.
Yeah. I mean, probably the best win that Ramon Alvarez has is over fucking Ben Taki. That's
wow.
And Vivian Harris and Omar Chavez, the brother.
Those ain't best wins. Those are yesterday's wins.
Yeah. And then, of course, the Jorge Paez fight, as you just mentioned. Yeah, those are his best wins as a pro. And in all those wins, with the exception of, all of them are pretty much, they're faded fighters. Horribly faded fighters. And then
that's trash, man.
Yeah. But then he loses to faded fighters. So that's this motherfucker's level right now. Basically he's Canelo without the clenbuterol. You know what I mean? Years of clenbuterol.
I mean, people forget Canelo was getting boxed up by fucking Alfonso Gomez, so
Right, but this dude would probably get stopped by him. Like,
I mean, cause see, he don't got he don't have plot armor like Canelo do. He ain't got judges, or refs. Cause remember that whole stoppage with Gomez was on some, it
was quick.
janky shit.
Hell yeah, it was.
So I'm like, damn, this nigga trying to do pull counters and shoulder rolls and get jabbed up.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Oh man, that's why we niggas be like, Canelo's so skilled. Oh my God, I'd be like, do y'all forget where this nigga was coming from? Like, man.
And his brother's from that same school, but like I said, he just, the judges were not on his, were not really much on his side.
You don't have the plot armor. Like, we know we know the main character is Canelo. The brother cool. I mean, I know he was an inspiration and all that shit, but I'm just saying he ain't gonna have the plot armor. It's not about him succeeding,
Right. And then another thing to try to market it as is, if Ramon wins, that that he'll be the first trio of brothers to hold world titles. But the other brother that actually held a world title, he held an interim belt. Interim titles are not titles, so
It doesn't fucking count.
Yeah, no. So the fact that they're talking
placeholders.
Right, there's only one trio of brothers that have had legit world titles, and that's the Kamita brothers, and they held legit titles, and all of them were skilled. They're the only ones, So to act like the Alvarezes are making some of history, nah, they're not making no history. It's just like
and it's all about the competition you face for the belt. Like all these belts and spin-offs and weight jumps, and I don't even care. Like the title comes from the opponent. You know what I mean? So.
Now, obviously, if Ramon Alvarez wins this fight, I mean, he's not tied to PBC. I mean, we'll have to probably say that Lara's career is probably in jeopardy should he actually lose this fight, like, clearly to Ramon Alvarez. Like, there's no question about it. Lara's career would be in jeopardy or over, or they'll be forced to run it back in a rematch, which I know.
Oh, no.
He should be banished if he fucking loses this fight.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if Lara loses, that means his prime came and went. Like, it's in the wind now. You know what I'm saying? Along with his running ability. You know what I mean?
Hey, he's more effective without the running.
Yeah.
He'd have got stopped or ran out the ring in the last two fights if he'd have did that running shit.
Right.
Like too much hands was put on him. Like he trying to win. See, this is the thing. If you run too damn much, you can't argue your robbery loss.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
So you gotta run just enough.
Exactly, man. So the fact that this fight is barely even FS1 level. So the fact this is on Fox is just one of those things you just scratch your head. Like this should like we're having an off live conversation about Showtime and PBC. Like this fight is probably like a Showtime prelim level fight, if you want to be honest. Like
it's a showbox fight.
Yeah, it's a showbox fight. Exactly.
This is fucking Nick at Night type shit. Nah, fuck out.
If TBS had boxing, this be a fight for that.
Exactly, So, but it's funny though. PBC had a fight like this just a while ago with Areola and Konecki. On card, on paper, the card is just awful. But it turned out to be entertaining for all the wrong reasons, but it was entertaining.
But we always knew there was a little glimmer of a spark of a chance of Konecki Areola being a decent fight, though. Let's keep it at least 100 on that. Like, remember, even in the podcast, it was all about us saying, like, if Areola got one more, if he got one more chance, he got one last good performance, we might see a decent fight, which we did. I know the whole punch stats was, overrated because the type of punches they threw, but they were still throwing hands and, we saw some good action. But with Lara and Alvarez, it's like, come on, man. It's like, Lara, he's been in exciting fights lately, but because of his opponents. We don't know if Alvarez is the type to bring it to him like that. If Alvarez really on that level to be a threat like that.
I feel filthy comparing the two because let's be honest, as washed up as Nipples is, he's still way better right now than fucking Alvarez. So I feel
exactly. Like Areola always been. I don't see Areola losing to that version of Margarito. That would be like, let me see. What's a washed up heavyweight that could come out right now and beat somebody?
Like how washed up are we talking about? Like an active washed up heavyweight?
Okay, that's like Sam Peter coming to beat Areola right now.
Word.
Like Areola said that's like Angulo coming now and could beat Trout.
Yeah. I
don't think that could happen. And I fucks with Angulo, I fucks with Trout, but nah. Like certain fights are set up for you. You supposed to look good. Like Jesse Hart and what's his name? The other overrated ass nigga people love talking about.
Ramirez? Yeah, Zerto Ramirez.
No. Somebody more overrated than that.
You gotta be a little more specific, bro.
Oh yeah, Barrera. Yeah, him.
Barrera.
Yeah, I mean,
that fight was set up for Jesse Hart to look good, and he looked terrible in that shit.
Very much so.
To the point where I don't even care about him fighting anymore.
Yeah, I mean, before it used to be, hey, Jesse Hart is just one fight away, but he's several fights away. Yeah, several fight away.
So that's how I look at Lara and Alvarez. Like, Lara better come in and take care of business.
Right.
You know, if Alvarez is not just there for cannon fodder, he need to go in there and take care of business.
Right. Exactly. You know, let's say if Lara wins, he's expected to win, and hopefully that PBC stops the bullshit with these type of fights. I mean, yeah,
it's been a wasted year for them niggas. Like PBC, like they've had some good moments this year, but overall, like they keep getting fights like this. Nah.
Yeah, I mean, some of Lara's past fight, the Castano fight, I mean, you guys liked that. I mean, it was cool. And of course, the Hurd fight, which is classic, and the Terrell Gashaw fight, which was horrible to watch, and Yuri Foreman fight, which is something I couldn't believe it happened in HD. I watched on my TV, and the Vanes rematch, which was actually a pretty decent fight. You know,
you see, actually pretty decent for that, but then with the Castano fight, you're like, I mean, you guys like that, like nigga.
Yeah, that was a good fight. What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, it was a pretty decent fight, man. So, I stick with
fucking Vanes fights with Lara like horrible to watch. Like, it's like if you had Miguel Vasquez and Corey Spink spar. Like,
oh god!
Hey, I just walk out the gym in that case. Like, nah, I'm good, coach. You know how when everybody's training. I mean, me personally, I hate when good sparring's about to go down and motherfuckers still gotta train. I hate that shit. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker hitting the speed bag when you damn going rounds and shit. But you know some sparring sessions they show you don't want to see them spar, so you just keep doing your routine. Like that's this fight here. Like if Lara Alvarez happened in the gym, nigga, I'm still training. I'm doing my jump rope and hitting the double end bag, okay, and go to the uppercut bag, work on that. I might even go hit the, go outside and jog around the building. Who knows? I don't want to come back to see these niggas still fighting.
Facts. Oh man, so yeah, it's just like, we will see what will happen in this fight. Now,
Lara by KO, fuck that. Yeah, I forgot. Now predictions, right?
Yeah. I mean, Lara by KO. If Lara goes the distance, that means that means something went horribly wrong in Lara's corner. Someone was not telling him the right thing. Without Alvarez,
or something went horribly good in Alvarez's corner.
Like he found his brother's clenbuterol.
I ain't seen all that. I'm just saying,
But yeah, you never know. But yeah, originally the co-main event for this card was supposed to be a rematch between Caleb Truex and Peter Quillen from an unfortunate fight from earlier this year. Probably the longest I've stayed up to watch fight. I mean, I think I waited until well after 1 o'clock to actually watch this damn fight.
Yeah, I remember that damn waiting up for that trash ass card.
Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck PBC FS1 was doing that day, or why that fight started well after 1 o'clock, or why I stayed up to watch it. I really should have been like reading a book or something, straight up and down, man. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. That's when I was telling myself, like, man, maybe I don't have to watch every boxing that comes on. You know what I mean?
I'm thankful to say that I did not watch that.
Yeah, and that was pissed. Only went 2 rounds before it ended in a no contest because they clashed heads or something.
It seemed like these guys are destined to not fight.
Yeah.
Like a Prime Manny and Prime Floyd.
Right. And then
what happened? They keep forcing it, but nah.
You know, originally it was supposed to go down, but Caleb suffered what looks like to be an Achilles injury. So, you know, with Achilles heel, you know, Achilles tendons and stuff like that, you know, once you injure that, it's, you know, you're not fighting for a while. And you're damn near probably going to go into surgery. So right now, I think the word is they're going to try to find Quillen a new opponent, and that will probably, I mean, we don't know who it is yet. I mean, we'll probably know by the end of this week who his replacement is, you know, and, you know, see what happens with there. And, yeah, but other than that, I think they're gonna have the cat at super welterweight that's like 6'6". I think he's like the opener card. That Mexican or Brazilian, whatever he is, the nigga that's 6'6" and coming in the ring at 154. He's gonna be fighting on the opener, and yeah, and that's, you know, that's Fox. That's the Fox card. That's the Fox televised card.
Hold on, 6'5", 154.
Yeah, man. His name is Sebastian Fundura. Yeah, he's 6'6". And makes 154, man. He's basically.
Oh, no, I thought Kingsley Akiki stopped boxing.
Oh, that's a
still
name
around.
That's a name from the past. That is an absolute name from the past.
Oh, it got to.
Oh,
if you don't hear a random boxer reference on a Ring Gang video podcast, I don't know if you heard the right podcast.
Facts. You know, and it's just like, but yeah, I mean, obviously, I mean, right now he's in his, like, he's like 13 fights or whatever, so basically he's fighting his setups, or I don't think he's fighting the setup this time around. I forgot who he's actually facing, but, you know, 6'6", 154 fighter, you know, I mean, that's a, you know, that's enough to raise an eyebrow to see what he's going to do, but, and obviously this is Fox, so they're like, ooh, 6'6", 154, so, yeah, I mean, that's basically the damn Fox card. The undercard for Lara, Struggle Alvarez.
Whole card struggle, man.
Yeah, you know, but like I said, you know, you never know. I mean, cards that struggle on paper sometimes may turn out to be watchable.
That's PBC's mutant power right now.
Yeah.
Making trash fights that end up being good.
Yep, that's true.
In this case, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, no, I mean, because P is a Lara fan, so naturally, if that fight is good, that means Lara fucked up, or Laura's past it, or Lara didn't take the fight seriously. Basically, anything negative you think that Lara did, why it's a good fight, that's what it is.
I mean, it is what it is. That's all PBC been doing lately.
Yeah, you know, we all, sometimes like I say, even a broken clock is right twice a day. So that's PBC's.
And it was right on the Areola fight. Because I'm looking at it like them niggas used up all their strength for the fucking Pacquiao Thurman fight.
Yes.
Them niggas worn out now. They're like, ain't got nothing left. Like, them niggas did the last big fireball for the supervillain or some shit, and they got to charge up some more.
Well, they're gonna have to charge up for one final spirit bomb for next month.
Yeah, next month.
Exactly. Yeah. Niggas like, save the rest for Porter Spence.
Yeah,
I don't think we can make it.
Yeah, because I mean, there's a PBC card before that has Uzcategui facing like Dennis like Doolin. I'm like, why? That's a main event fight too.
Yeah, these are like showbox undercard fights.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, PBC, like I said, has one more spirit bomb, but I think after that it's going to be okay. So what's absolutely? I mean, well, the only thing
Wilder Ortiz too. We got a rematch. We got that rematch to look forward.
Nah.
J-Rock Herb.
Okay, now that's a real rematch. Okay.
Yeah, that's a real rematch. Yeah, of course.
I mean, Wilder Ortiz is like, let me see. Somebody said, you know what? I mean, what's that? The heavyweight equivalent of what? Tyson, Frank Bruno. You know what? Not even that. Nah. Even Tyson Bruno's even a better fight. Let me see.
Fucking
I got one, bruh.
Fucking Jonathan Banks versus Seth Mitchell 2.
Oh Lord, yes, that's it. That's it.
Yeah. That's it right there.
See, I had used up my powers, nigga. I had to charge up another one. Like, damn, like niggas gonna be listening to this, like, yeah, man, yeah, he was charging that Kingsley Akiki one up, yeah. He was sitting on that one.
Yeah. And that one just came to me on the spot. I don't know why I thought of that horrible fight.
Yeah, that's random as fuck.
Yeah, but it fits the example that you're trying to convey.
Definitely. These random ass jobber spin-offs fights, man. Like, I don't know, man. All I'm saying is 2020, like PBC, y'all, and fucking even top rank ESPN, like everybody gotta step it up, man.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It just seemed like for the output, it's been on some bare minimum shit more with PBC than anybody when you consider all the names they have.
Exactly.
That's why it just seemed like, you know, you're harder on them than anybody else.
Yeah,
at least it sounded like that for me, because I don't know, some people might, you know, get off of this and listen to be like, man, them niggas be hating on PBC, cuz, like, man.
Like I said, I stuck around PBC for years. I said it from the jump what they were doing and where they were going, but, you know, niggas were like, oh, Al Heyman, you know, Godfather, you know, all that stuff. And I'm just like
you start becoming promoter stands,
you know, fanboys. Like, you know, like I said, though, the fights aren't hitting, and then, you know, when the fights aren't hitting, they're like, oh, it's like boxing's at all-time low, and I'm like, you're surprised? You know what I'm saying? Like,
if PBC realized this potential and gave us what we really wanted, they could have ran boxing.
Yeah,
they could have had a monopoly on it. Like, if they really would have made the stars and gambled on the stars at the time when they had everybody's attention. Like, it seems like the only person who really benefited from the PBC and all of this was, you know, guys like Pacquiao, who just jumped on and just started beating niggas' ass.
Yeah, yeah, you know,
I feel like Thurman kind of benefited because he stayed undefeated, had the top names, and still got a big bag at the end of this shit. And got mad promotion for that Fox fight with Pacquiao, so...
And then Wilder, because I think Wilder pretty much came up. I mean, I think Wilder's probably the only PBC fighter to really benefit from going from the bottom up. You know?
Yeah, he's another one.
And now Spence is their golden child.
Yeah. And then obviously they have to make sure that Spence doesn't take an unexpected L anywhere.
But see, that's the thing. It's like we named like a handful of guys, and, you know, in the grand scheme of things, these guys got a bunch of stars, you know. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I felt like at one point we should have had a Broner Danny Garcia pay-per-view fight when both were undefeated or at least had one loss or some shit. Like, I feel like we missed the boat on that.
Yeah, but like I said, I mean, I've always said the booking for PBC has never been a strong point. Like, you know, like, I mean, obviously, I think probably the one card that I was like, get the fuck out of here, of course, was Danny Garcia versus Robert Guerrero. Like, niggas was really seriously hyped over that, and I told niggas, like, this shit is trash. Like, what the fuck are you niggas like you know, happy about? You know, and I went off during, like, you know, I went off talking all. It was like, it was trash.
And remember that was a problem in boxing. Guys only fighting once or twice a year, and when they do, you know, they're fighting guys that, you know, we don't really care to see them fight. Like, that's what I'm saying. There was a lot of meaningless bouts on PBC. Like, I feel like if they matched the stars up and really did the promo and all that shit, they could have really made some stars, really made some dents. I feel like Gary Russell, Turbo Fist. Like, if they would have made the Santa Cruz fight when it was popping, that fight is still popping. I don't know why it hasn't been made, but it's just a lot going on over there where I feel like, damn, y'all can have like maybe 10, 15 people superstars right now instead of just 5 niggas barely being superstars.
Exactly, you know, and like I said, it's just like in this card, you know, this Alvarez Lara card, it's like a culmination of incompetence as
Damn.
of PBC's matchmaking and everything like that. So yes, 2020, man. Obviously, Top Rank get better, the Zone get better. Like, if PBC was on point, those two entities would probably be would be on the ropes right now. It would be like fourth round on the ropes.
They would have to get better.
They would
because imagine if PBC was stacking their cards, or at least having great co-mains like they did on that first year they came out. When it was the year of the undercard, when you're having bouts like what was the Marco Huck and that other that Polish guy.
Glowacki.
Yes. When you're having fights like that on the undercard. You're having Komita, I think McDonald fights on the undercard.
Right.
Like, you was getting real strong co-mains. Like, the co-mains were damn better than the main events, really.
Facts.
And now look at that. We can't even get a main event as good as the fucking co-mains we got back then.
Facts.
So just look at this shit, man. I'm telling you, when you take off the fan goggles and you just analyze this shit and look at it as a fan, objectively, which is how you should always look at boxing. And that's from the moment you set foot in the gym all the way to you discussing shit on a fucking message board. Be objective, and you see everything that way, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair.
And you'll see the bullshit that we be getting sometimes. Like this fucking ass fight, my nigga.
Yeah, facts. I mean, I couldn't put it any better, man. So yeah, 2020, PBC, all that. Do better. Do fucking better. Like I said, we deserve it. We're paying this money. We might be at these cards. We deserve this shit. We're fans.
Yeah. When I hook up, when niggas hook up they bullshit ass, Radio Shack, antenna to get Fox or whatever the fuck. Niggas expect a good ass free fight, nigga. Shit.
Right.
With some big names, because that was the whole point of this, right?
Facts. Yes.
If you give casuals and you give fans big names and you give them good fights for free, tell me you'll have fans for life. You'll have niggas always checking on, figuring out, trying to find out every week, every month, what's the big fight for the month.
Mm-hmm.
No one asked for this shit because there's no big fight to check for. But when you have a Herd or a J-Rock type of fight, when you got decent fights, or when you have a Garcia versus Thurman, or Thurman versus Porter, when you have, big decent names, niggas is asking about them fights. It's like, okay, so who Thurman fighting this weekend? Who this nigga fighting? We don't have none of that. We haven't got that in a PBC fight in how long? Like, fucking disgust me, these niggas. Like, ugh.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, they all gotta get better, man. And then obviously, final thought on this card. We just hope that no one gets seriously hurt, because it's very possible that someone might get seriously hurt on this card.
Yeah, when you start matching up guys who are overmatched, yeah, it happens. So we need to cut that shit out too.
Right. Oh man, but switch gears. We